Thank you everyone for joining. Today's words of wisdom is for March 24th, and I quote, "If your mind changes, your environment will look different. You will see an environment that corresponds to your own state of mind." From the True Eightfold Path, Master Okawa. Thank you so much. I believe this is one of the teachings from the right view. But, a lot of people say wealth is a mindset, or everything is your perception. What you see is who you are, or what you think is who you are. These kind of things, right? It's all a perception. It's all like a technique that you use with your own minds and your emotions. And it's true. That's why so many people say it. And especially successful people. A lot of successful people says and talks about this principle. Now, if you change your mind, your environment will look different. That's very true. Even if objectively the circumstances has not changed a bit, you can change the way of how you look at it, and then it'll look very differently. One powerful teachings from Master, if I were to give an example, is he was saying that once I've taught you that the past cannot be changed, so what's important is to learn your lessons from it. A broken vase cannot be put back together. I did say that before. That's what Master said. I did say that in the past. However, I'd also like to say, he adds, if you are happy now, everything that occurred to you in the past was there to make you happy. If you're unhappy now, everything that exists in the past were there to make you unhappy. This teaching blew my mind. It's like, wow, that's so true. If you're happy now, no matter what kind of sufferings or pain, animosities that you had to go through, jealousy that you had to fight through, illnesses that you had to go through, the poverty that you have to go through, all of that turns into a factor, a reason for why you became happy today. Isn't that so powerful? So that's one example. Another example is, I use this so much, and I'm sure a lot of Happy Science members uses this in their human relationships. When you look at the good and the strengths aspect of others, they start looking like good people. And this is a really great way to solve and to better our human relationships with other people. Usually when our human relationship has deteriorated is when we start fault finding. We start picking and choosing the bad points, and that just repeatedly plays in your mind over and over again, like a broken record. And you can only see that person as an evil person. And ironically, this happens to our relationships with people who are close to us, like our family members, or a person at your job. But one way to get out of this suffering is, it's not easy to change your environment, right? If they're close to you. So it's by changing your perspective, the way you view others, by changing your mind. If you start focusing on the good, or if you can also start focusing on the things to be grateful for, it melts away that negative feeling that you have towards that person. And it works so very well each time. And it works so well that I think to myself, all right, I'm just going to go like this with every human relationship I have. But for some reason, life is interesting. Life is a workbook of problems to be solved. One after another, a more complicated human relationship will come out. And then, however, every time it occurs, I go back to this teaching. And then I'm able to overcome it. So, I just gave you two examples, but it's so true, and it's such a practical tip that you can use in your daily life to make yourself happier. It doesn't cost a penny, right? This video is about 5 minutes, but this 5 minutes of video, this one sentence of Master Okawa's teachings can make you so much more happier and more successful. All right, that's about it for today. Let me quote it to end today's video. If your mind changes, your environment will look different. You'll see an environment that corresponds to your own state of mind. From The Eightfold Path by Master Okawa. Thank you, Master, and thank you everyone for joining. Bye-bye.